Hello, everyone. I'm going to do a three-part series on how to age slower. It definitely is possible. You can either age quickly, like most people are doing, or you can slow it down and have more quality life. So, I'm probably going to do a three-part series because there's a lot of information on this. And so, let's jump right to it, okay? So, the first way you can age slower is with proper exercise. And the reason I say proper is because you can either over exercise and do it the wrong way, where it can actually be harmful, or you can be a couch potato, the other extreme, and not exercise enough. Okay. Balance is everything. So, this morning, my husband and I did a hike with our dog. I'll show you a picture here in a minute, but we had this beautiful spring day and we love to jog and hike. We used to be pretty hardcore runners. That's not so healthy. So now we'll jog and hike. And here's a picture of us today. We're super excited. We're celebrating, yay, because it's basically the first beautiful day of spring where we didn't have crazy wind or crazy weather. But here we were. This is was at what's called the La Luz Connecting Trail here in Albuquerque. We have one of the world's longest trams. It's really neat. And we park in the parking lot, the tram parking lot, and then we take the connecting trail to a hike that leads all the way up the mountain called La Luz. It used to be a very famous race that they had every early August. I ran in it and raced in it 12 different times. It's 9 miles straight up the mountain. It's gorgeous and very hard. And that's where we hiked today, but we only went to the actual trail and then turned back. So you want to exercise as part of a way of aging slower. Now, on my function health test, they actually will test your biological age. I am physically age 53. I turned 53 in February, but my biological age is much younger. So this is possible, and I'll tell you how to do it. So I am going to retest again in July and try to decrease that by one more year. I'm going to try to make it to 37, but this is what it looks like at Function Health. So you can actually see your biological. So there you go. And when you exercise the right way, what you do is you build your mitochondria. So, mitochondria are the energy cells in your body. They create energy for us from the foods that we eat. So, if you're eating a lot of junk food, you're not going to create much energy in your mitochondria. If you eat real clean food, you're going to create a lot of energy. So, you will have the energy to work out. And when you work out, you also put stress on the muscles in the right way, teaching them to get stronger over time. It also teaches the rest of your body to become more resilient. So when you get sick or injured, you're going to be able to heal and repair more quickly because your body knows what to do. When you exercise a lot, that teaches your body how to do that. So it's really important. So certain stressors are very important for the human body. Now, like chronic stress, like in a bad relationship or awful time at your work with your boss, that type of stress is not healthy. But for a short amount of time, when you put stress on the body through exercise, that is a healthy stress because, like I said, it keeps your mitochondria very, very strong. So look that up, mitochondria. I will also post some links in the description so you can understand more about mitochondria. But mitochondria is key. It's like every cell in our body from our brain head to toe. And you want to exercise the right way. In the past, I used to run a lot. I'd do marathons, half marathons, mountain races, ultra races. I'd kill myself and I'd overtrain. So a lot of these hardcore runners or even triathletes, they create a lot of too much stress in the body and it creates a lot of oxidation. So it causes what's called free radicals at the cellular level. And you can see this in the red blood cells. They will become very deformed and unhealthy, and that will age you a lot faster. That's why a lot of these hardcore athletes look kind of old and decrepit, right? So I was on that path too. I don't do that anymore. I don't even do any races. I'll jog maybe 30, 40 minutes. And then we will do longer hikes. Like today we hiked 2 hours. I'll eventually get up to 5 to 8 hours, but that's not all the time. And when I go that long, it will just be hiking. I won't do the jogging or running. And then you have to fuel properly when you are working out. You can't just eat a lot of junk food and think, oh, I work out, I'll just burn off those calories. I can eat whatever I want. That's what a lot of ultra runners and marathoners think. They drink their Gatorade and Powerade. They take their glucose gel packs. They drink all the beer and alcohol and sodas because they think that's what gives them energy. That just deteriorates the body and makes it sicker and causes more inflammation. Or they'll finish a marathon and eat an In-N-Out burger because they think they deserve it. Well, no, that's going to age the body faster because that's putting chronic stress on it. We don't want chronic stress. So, what I did this morning is I fueled with pasture raised egg and a lot of veggies in the egg. I did one link of Teton sausage, which is 100% organic grass fed beef links. I get those at Whole Foods. I did an Ezekiel brand sprouted piece of bread, but it's a cinnamon raisin with butter on top, grass fed butter. And I did some organic raspberries with cocoa yogurt, and that was how I fueled before the hike. I also drank some Dr. Berg electrolyte powder. It's very clean. And then after our hike, I had some shepherd's pie from Lantern Ridge. It has lamb in there and organic veggies and mashed potatoes. And I definitely was very hydrated all day long, especially after hiking. And so you also want to strength train. So I have my own free weights, and you can go to a gym. You can work out with YouTube videos. I'm pretty motivated. I don't need to go to a gym or a class. I'll just get on YouTube and pick some of my favorite workouts there. And I'll do a strength training with YouTube, and then I'll go jog after. On the weekends is usually when we do our hiking. And so, especially as you get older, you don't want to overdo it, but you also do not want to stop working out. So, like I said, couch potato is not good, or just going on little walks with your dog. That does not count as exercise. And you also don't want to overdo it with the crazy running and triathlons and all that. Maybe when you're younger, if you want to do that for a time, but as you get older, it does take a toll. And so you want to be careful with that. HIIT training or burst training is excellent, where you warm up, hydrate, and then you go hard for 2 minutes, easy for 2 minutes, maybe times 6 when you're first starting out, work up to maybe times 20. Pick a workout that you like on a bike. You can be outside on a bike. You can do a stationary bike, a rowing machine, elliptical, treadmill, stair climber. There's even classes you can take called HIIT classes, and those work really well too. And you only need about 30 or 40 minutes, and it's good. But they get the heart rate up, and they put the stress on the muscles to teach them to get stronger and build your mitochondria. You also want to make sure that you don't have a lot of deficiencies, which most people do. Typical deficiencies can be like minerals, trace minerals, because our soil is really depleted. And so I like using the Dr. Ream's Mincall Forte because it's from the earth and the soil. And that's where we should be getting our minerals, not putting drops in our water. You take the Mincall Forte with food, and it's 100% absorbable. I used to be really low in all my minerals. Others that people tend to be low on are like selenium and iodine. You can get selenium in a good multivitamin like Ortho Multi for Men or Ortho Multi for Women by Protocol for Life Balance brand. It will cover a lot in there. They have the right amount of selenium and iodine. You can also consume kelp or nori sheets. Organic cottage cheese has a lot of selenium, oysters, organ meats, and Brazil nuts. And iodine is from the kelp, actually. And so B vitamins, people tend to get low in a lot too. Ortho Multi has a good amount of B vitamins in it. People get low in omega-3 as well. The good healthy fats for brain health and reducing inflammation in your body. I really like the Berlian's cod liver oil, and chia seeds are very good for that. Mackerel is excellent to get in your diet. And then many people are low in vitamin D3 and K2. The ortho multis do have D3 and K2 in it, but not enough. So you would also need to supplement separately. And then magnesium is another one people get really low in. And so you want to supplement with magnesium glycinate for the muscles. But organic acid testing by Mosaic Labs can also test certain deficiencies, and then the function health testing. So, exercise and correcting deficiencies are very, very important. Those are the top two. And then in part two, we'll talk about other ways to age slower. Okay, so you guys get your biological age down. Let's don't age too rapidly, and let's take care of our human body.